Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by, I certainly do appreciate it. Look at this big tall 19.2 fluid ounce can. This is Mystic Haze from Speakeasy Ales and Lagers. They're out of California, San Francisco I think. Great big can, plain Jane silver can with a stick-on wrapper on the label. My buddy Dennis dropped this off to me and he picked it up while he was out there and brought it back to me. This is 7.1% alcohol, and Beer Advocate's showing a little 12-ounce can, so they're evidently, it's got the same label on it, so evidently they're doing evidently different size cans, or 12, I don't know if they're doing a 16. This one's a great big one, 19.2 fluid ounces. So Dennis, thanks a bunch, my brother, I do appreciate it, sir. It says Mystic Haze IPA unveils ultimate refreshment illuminated by citrusy calypso hops. And on the bottom of it, unfortunately, it has 0603 of 20. This was put in the can in June, and this is October, end of October, so this is well past its shelf life, so I'm hoping it's not going to be a malt bomb. But I mean, he picked it up and brought it to me. I just got to teach that boy not to buy these old beers, but I mean, maybe it was the freshest thing he could get out there. I haven't had it that long either. I've only had it a week or so, so we shall see. I mean, I can only review what is sent to me or brought to me, and I would have not have picked this up looking at the date on the bottom of it, but it's not available here, I'm pretty sure of that. I don't know how big the brewery is and how far out the distribution is for this brewery, so it is what it is, and we're going to review it, and I'm going to grade it accordingly, guys. And it's not the brewery's fault, but they shouldn't be selling beers or not letting the stores that are selling these beers continue to sell these beers when they're June, July, August, September, October, 4 months old. That's a month past its prime, I guess. July, August, September, October. We're at the end of October, so but you won't see this until November. I'm a couple weeks ahead, so it's what it is, guys. I do appreciate him spending his money on it and bringing it back to me, but I have no control over how old the beer is when they're sent to me or brought to me, guys. It is what it is. Anyway, hopefully it's still going to be tasty. A lot of beers will keep their, I'm sure it would have been tastier in June and July than it is here at the end of October, but we shall see. Untapped says, no IBUs, a hazy IPA that exudes pear and red apple in the nose with a hint of grapefruit and herbal dankness, dry hop with Bravo and Calypso hops. And underneath that it says hops, Apollo, Bravo, and Calypso, malts, Pilsner, wheat, flaked oats, and flaked rye. And they've got a couple of photos here, and it does look like a very cloudy New England style beer, if you will, and they've got pictures of a big 19.2 ounce and also have a picture of a 12 ounce. So evidently they are doing multiple size cans on this. So without further ado, guys, we've gone over everything. Let's get it popped open. I won't be able to get all this in the glass on the original pour, being the can this big. Not too cloudy, so maybe some settling is going on here, and I will try to get it all in there, and it may change colors when I do the little swirlies. I'm going to try to do that right now, but it's already producing over a finger of head. Very carbonated, especially after I do that little swirl thing there. Anyway, 2.5 fingers of head on that. not huge bubbles, but pretty good sized bubbles on the side. So I don't think it's going to stick. The head's going to stick around very long. And like I said, right now it looks kind of hazy, but not to a New England style to me. I can see light through the bottom of the glass. Like I said, I might have to take a couple big sips off of this so I can get the rest of it in there before I go off camera. But not quite to that. Now, and like I said, it may change when I get the rest of what's in the can in here. It might get a little more cloudier, especially being in a can this long. There maybe or probably has been some settling, and it may cloud up quite a bit more when I get the back end pour in there. It's hard to get a glass big enough to hold a beer this big, so still good looking beer. To the nose we go. I am getting some pear notes, maybe a hint of some of those red apples, I'm not sure. Maybe more in the taste than on the nose. Got some nice citrusy notes. Definitely has an herbal aroma to it. Maybe even a hint of grapefruit, so let's find out. Cheers everybody. Cheers Dennis. A little more maltier than I think it should be, but that's because of the age of the beer more than likely. Once it gets past 3 months, it starts dropping, the hops drop off quite a bit, and the maltiness starts getting a little more intense. But it may be where they wanted it to be. I mean, it may be just this. I may be tasting pretty much the same thing. I'm not sure, guys. In my experience over the 10, 12 years I've been drinking craft beers and reviewing them, the older the IPAs and double IPAs are, the more maltier they get. So I mean, as of right now, I would not classify this as a New England style, but like I said, let me see if I can pour this a little more gently and get it all in the glass before I go off camera. It's going to be close, because that's a lot of beer in this can. There's just a little bit left in there. Make sure I get anything that has settled and stuck to the bottom of the can. Let's see, I think we got it all out of there. So, it may have clouded up just a hair more, but still, I can see light through the thin part of the glass on the bottom. So, it's close. I mean, it is really close to being a New England style, but not quite there. And that's just my personal opinion, guys. I mean, it is a very hazy, cloudy beer, but a little more light coming through the thin part of the glass than a lot of the well-made New England style beers are. So let's go sip on it. I got a full glass. I have to give her some of this, and we'll be right back and see where it ends up. Hello guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for about an hour now. Big beer, 19.2 fluid ounces. Took a while to drink all that. It's a decent beer, guys. I think it would probably been a little tastier, a little fresher, but it is what it is. Reviewing what was brought to me. I do appreciate Dennis spending his money on it and bringing it to me. I'm not sure I don't think it's available here. I don't know what the distribution is on this brewery. I think I have reviewed some of their beers a long time ago. I didn't go back and look though. I didn't. I'm hoping this would have probably been a little tastier or fresher than it is now. It's a decent beer, but it's not outstanding or world class. It's not even quite to the A category in my opinion. But that's, again, just my opinion. It is very enjoyable. Alcohol's well hidden. But I think it's a little more maltier than I personally like, or what I think it probably would have been fresher. But again, it is what it is. Final choke. I will tell you the other half did like it. Uh, she thought it was tasty. Uh, and I find it tasty too. It is very tasty. It's just not off the chain hop aroma like a lot of the New England style beers are. Not quite there, as old as this one is. So it is what it is, guys. If I had a fresher one, I would do it, but I don't. So right now it's a B plus. That's where I'm gonna put it. It may a fresher beer may have got into the A category. I don't know. So B plus for me, 88. Over to Beer Advocate, not enough people have commented on it. They have NA written. And over to Untapped, they have it at 3.55, which is in their B category. So I'm giving it a better grade than Untapped is giving it. So, and I could just as easily give it a B or even a B minus. But it has a date on it and has the ABV on it. So it's not the brewery's fault that it's got a little age on it. I would just think, you know, it's not that old as far as my possession of it is. So it already was at his past his 3-month shelf life when he picked it up. So I just gotta teach that boy to look at those dates. But I'm glad I got to try it anyway. And it is what it is. Dennis, thanks a bunch, brother. I do appreciate it, sir. But to me, I'm going to stick with that grade, and I am giving it a better grade than Untapped is. So if you've had Mystic Haze from Speakeasy Ales and Lagers, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.